below. Please check out our Extra Life link as well as our sister shows as part of the Heroes Wanted collective of shows and the Discord. But without further ado, take it away, Patrick.
Thank you, Stephanie. Welcome everyone to tonight's game. I am the Dungeon Master. I will be putting the players in a variety of situations and seeing how they react as they traverse the northern island of Trisk. Joining me tonight are...
Hello everyone, I'm Lorne. I'm playing Myth Doris, the Gith-Yankee war magic wizard who is currently exhausted.
I'm Brendan, and I am playing Old Silver, the CLC captain, who's apparently a lot more spry than these young folks.
Hi, I'm Ian. I'll be playing Pavo, the Aarakocra Bard, and this has just been an easy walk in the park. Why are you guys complaining so much?
Kicks Pavo in the shins. Hi everyone, I'm Tara. I should be playing Ishka, the also exhausted water genasi druid of the coast.
And weak kicker.
And booting up over here, Nabil, I'll be playing as Scrap Heap, a Warforged paladin taking on the Oath of the Open Sea, and I'm gonna need a lot of WD-40 over here.
Hi everyone, my name's Chris. I've been playing Montauk, Lord of the Summit, Goliath, Battlemaster Fighter, Man of Many Mountains, and Attempted Mountain Guide.
I'm Stephanie. And I'll be playing Rubel Devereaux, Cleric of Umberly and the second Princess of Moraes, and also soon to be the Pope.
And last session, led by Ishka and Montauk, who, through the travel across the mountains of Uthral, was able to forage some small bugs and berries for everyone to eat along the way. The party took the occasional wrong path, and having to face the cold Oriel's breath wind brought exhaustion for some as your travel was extended by a day or so. Along the way, you were attacked by some Periaton, and the spirit form of a troll attacked you in the night. In the end, you made it to the northern tip and swam/walked across the channel between Uthral and Trisk, and have found a small bit of shelter in a cove. And Ishka has built a large fire, and the party has taken a short rest in order to warm up, dry out your clothes and your armor before you endeavor to head to the northern tip of Trisk, where Sea King Frannis has told you there are a few ruins left remaining that can lead you into the underwater city of Askarl, where the Kraken Slarkathel has their lair. As well, you know, the other way in is to attempt to swim to the ruins. And we pick up with you basically having this conversation of which way you wish to go.
Okay. Montauk is going to point out that on the beach, we are exposed. This is a hostile land. Nobody wants us here. If we stick to the foothills or low mountains, we'll have some cover. We'll be able to hide better, and we'll be a bit sheltered from the wind.
Old Silver will look longingly at the sea.
Same as I.
And then agree with Montauk.
Here, do you want a water flask of seawater to cuddle?
Well, thank you. I'm fine.
I can take Umberly wherever I go.
I'll hand Old Silver a handful of snow. It's almost the same as the sea.
I make it into a snowball.
It doesn't hold together terribly well, but you do get, this aroma of salt, and much like everywhere here in the islands, under these sort of dark purple clouds, a faint smell of sort of sulfur as well.
So
we're sticking to
that's
the mountains?
yeah. I'm going to suggest we don't go deep into the mountains this time. And that didn't seem to work out very well for a lot of us. Montauk is fighting his first instinct here. His first instinct as a Goliath is to just forge ahead through the mountains, and if you can't keep up, then that's your problem. But he also recognizes that you're all lowlanders, and that's not necessarily going to help him out here.
Piggyback ride on Montauk.
Ishka's
Montauk
already
is very
asleep.
possibly
She just kind of grumps out. She's like, "Yeah, whatever you want, whatever you guys decide." She just like curls up and turns her and just goes to sleep. She's like, "Nope, I'm not dealing with this." She's still grumpy.
And as you close your eyes and rest, Ishka, your thoughts drift, your mind clears slightly, and this roaring sound of the waves as you keep your eyes closed, you see just a small mote of light kind of appear behind your eyes. And this twinkle, it floats away even behind your closed eyelids, but you see as it floats this sort of image of a water-filled room fills your vision, and you see 3 altars in this space, and you recognize on them relics of Deep Seychelles, but you also see a shark being placed on it and other items for deities, and you can sense that this light is displeased but wants to lead you here.
So the light is displeased that the other things are being placed on the altar, and it basically wants me to go there.
Yes.
Oh,
you
fun
recognize
times.
that Deep Seychelles often appears to their worshippers as a twinkle of light.
Mm-hmm.
Is that Umberlee?
Well, Ishka, you know, she'll grump out. She's like, "Yeah, whatever you guys decide. Like, I'm going to sleep." Rolls over, you know, snores for a little bit. She's kind of having a wee nap, and then she's just like, fine. And she wakes up again, turns to you all. She's like, "Yeah, we got a side trip to take."
You don't get the sense it's a side trip.
Oh,
You get the
okay.
sense that it is offering you a little bit of guidance from where you are.
Oh, perfect. Okay. So never mind then. My apologies. I misunderstood. Rewind. She'll kind of sit bolt upright. She'll just kind of like sit bolt upright. Then she's like, blink around, just kind of shock and surprise. She's like, "I think I know where we need to go. Like how to get there."
How?
Deep Seychelles has kind of showed me the way.
And as you close your eyes, you see a path along the hills that seems to wend and wind along a low cliff face.
Okay. I will relay this that there is a path along a low cliff face that we need to go across.
And while this is happening, Montauk, some unfamiliar reflex moves your arm, and looking, you catch a glimpse of a bruise slithering beneath your skin. What do you do?
Montauk will grab a dagger and plunge it into his arm.
So we're doing
What?
that now.
What?
What?
If it's
He'll
slithering,
hold his
hell yeah.
arm out and like plunge the dagger into the arm to try to kill whatever it is.
Roll me a d4.
I'm not healing that.
Alright.
I mean, we're about to take a long rest.
Does Montauk want to tell us why he did that?
I get to
This is
stab
totally
him
in
next.
character.
I guess we're gonna find out in just a few seconds.
Yeah.
It's mountain madness.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Okay. So Montauk is holding his arm out to show everyone, and just like, you know, like there, and then
Do we see Wigglies?
You do not.
Montauk, what the hell is wrong with you?
Something has gotten under Montauk's skin.
I don't see anything.
Can I roll a medicine check to see?
Sure. Yeah, looking at his arm, you can see, there is blood from where he stabbed himself, but you do not see this slithering bruise that Montauk mentions.
I would-
Let me see if I can stab it.
Well, I would like to try
Oh
a
no.
medicine check as well and guidance myself.
I'll also try medicine check.
Stabby,
I look
stabby.
again.
Oh, Ishka, use.
You look again, and you can still barely see it, but as Ishka and Rubel reassure you, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no.
Told you
With
it's Mountain Man.
advantage.
Within 15 feet of
With
Scrappy.
advantage and with Scrappy bonus.
+3.
19.
Yeah, you see this, and you blink, and you sort of flex, and you understand that it's gone, but it was real when you first saw it. You're sure of it.
Montauk just sort of like uses some snow from the ground to clear the wound and just kind of looks at it and says, mind tricks.
I told you it's Mountain
This
Madness. We're away from the Holy See, and the air's too thin up here, and the blood doesn't get to your brain, and it makes you just go mad.
We're not even really on the hills yet. We're still kind of near the beach.
Oh God!
Yeah, we moved
so-
off the beach into a
We haven't gone
secluded
anywhere yet.
area.
It's still too much. It's still too far.
She's a sea elf, so that tracks.
So there's nothing
This
physically
island plays
wrong.
Tricks with your mind.
There's nothing physically wrong with Montauk as far as we can see. It's probably a mind thing, right?
It feels like a memory to you, Montauk.
Definitely mind tricks. How much damage did I just do to myself there?
You took 3 piercing damage.
Okay. Now, I was deliberately trying to do this to myself, so presumably my heavy armor mastery wouldn't immediately reduce that to nothing.
It does not.
Okay. But since we are in the middle of taking a short rest, I am going to... Where the frig is my...
Wait, are we taking a short or a long one?
Well, it's currently afternoon. You were taking a short rest while you were just in front of this fire. I don't think any of you actually need hit points or anything like that, but it was just if anybody needed to recover anything.
I mean, I do have a bit of a lay on hands, and I'm sure a couple of others have spells for heal.
I'm actually
Montauk just
thinking.
shrugs it off.
I
I
should.
did- I-
Montauk just like uses... Sorry.
It's okay. I just want to get rid of my level of exhaustion, and I'm wondering if would I think that a restoration, lesser or greater, would help Montauk like not envision this again. Is this basically an affliction we can lift from him? Is what I'm trying to figure out.
Montauk holds up his arm. No more
It's-
crawling things under skin.
Yeah,
For now.
it's cleared, so it doesn't seem like it's necessarily a long-term event. With those, with a 29 and a 25 medicine check, I'd say between you and Rubel, you don't think it's anything that would need a restoration. It just is disturbing.
Okay. Okay.
This island is unholy.
You don't have to tell me twice.
I could sing a song to cheer you up.
No.
Smoke under your arm.
Anyone
Montauk
have
does not get
silence? Does anybody have silence?
Yes. Wait,
All
no.
right. Is there anything else you guys wish to do? You've dried off. You've warmed up to the extent that you can. It is now, 2 or 3 in the afternoon. The wind is starting to die down a little bit, and the fog, lifts a little bit.
Going to bed right after this.
This is a
My
short rest,
orig-
staff.
Yeah, my original plan was we get to Ascarl, we camp out for the night near Ascarl, and then we assault it in the morning. Do I see this path that Ishka is leading us to?
You can
Like, is
give me
this a path
survival
that-
checks. While this happens, Scrapheap, you reach out with your sort of divine sense, and you definitely pick up just this noxious odor that seems to be emanating from this sort of half-covered old altar in here, and it just, you can tell it, whatever it was, it is a desecrated space.
Guys, I'm getting some bad jujus from here.
We should probably finish resting and move along then.
Yes, let us move along.
Okay.
Quickly.
Really quickly.
We can
All
touch
right.
it.
Ishka, are you helping Montauk, or are you going to roll your own survival check?
Yeah, I didn't realize I could help him. So yes, I will give him advantage. I will help him out with that.
And I will give guidance.
I'm basically just like pointing him. Yeah, I saw it like over here and up this way.
Okay. So, yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, yeah. So with a 19 and with some guidance, that is fine. You are able to make your way, down around the beach, and you do pick up an old path. And I mean, it is well worn, so you can tell at one point it was definitely either something that shepherds would have used, but you see no signs of recent usage. And as you make your way up and along it, you realize you're about 3 or 4 miles up off of the coast, and you do get some reprieve from the wind every once in a while, and eventually you find yourselves walking along these narrow ridges, basically along a cliff face, and as the fog and the wind sort of play around, and you get this unceasing crashing of the waves, the very sort of sun that you occasionally get glimpses through these deep purple clouds seems sort of distorted through this sort of awful purple miasma, welling out and then over this sort of sea-soaked like perversion of an island that you can just hear humming almost coming out of the rocks, and the sort of twisted menace and suspense lurks leeringly in the sort of crazily elusive angles as you wind through this carven rock faces, and like second glances show sort of concavity after the first shows convexity, and one could not be sure the sea and land were even horizontal. Hence, the relative position of everything else seems sort of phantasmically variable for you, as you are swallowed by this angles of rock. And, the peculiarities of, sort of everything about this place. Thank you, Mr. Lovecraft, for those discussions. Are how you feel as you continue to make your way, quickly and sort of quietly along this path, hopping over areas of fallen rock and some small gaps. And so this is where you find yourselves now as you sort of climb and clamber up. Staring down over the edge, you can see sort of the water somewhere down below, even though it is sort of blanketed in fog. But ahead of you, you see what was a sort of rope and wooden bridge, now sort of broken and cracked in front of you. What would you guys like to do?
First thing that we are going to do is inspect this bridge and make sure that it is, in fact, able to carry weight. And if not, we will run ropes. But
Why don't we
actually, the
run
first
the
thing we're
rope?
going to do...
Either way.
Yeah,
I
but
can
the
fly
first
a
thing we're going
rope
to do,
over.
actually... Right. But the first thing we're going to do, actually, before we do any of that, is scan for ambushes. Because this is the perfect place for such a thing.
Who would like to give me a perception check?
I will guidance because I'm at disadvantage. So
I will do
I
perception.
will help whoever is doing it.
I vote Pavo because he's the man. There you go.
Thank God for that help.
All right,
And your
Pavo,
guidance.
Be sure you add the 1d4.
Yeah.
Do I get a 4? Nice!
So Pavo, you fly up a little bit and look around with your eyes of the eagle. From what you can see through the fog, everything appears clear. What you do pick up is further off down this path, you see a nest.
Oh, can I smell what the rock has been cooking?
You smell sulfur and that same sort of noxious, fishy smell.
Uh-oh.
All right, well, let everyone know that there's, the nest is down there, past the rock slide. The rock slide shields the nest from the ground, kind of thing. We can't see it over that.
A little bit. It looks like part of the nest was caught under the rock. So as you flew up and looked, you were able to sort of look down and notice it.
Ah. Okay, well, I'll go back down.
Okay.
And with a 26, I will say you notice there is at least one unbroken egg in it.
Break the egg, Pavo.
Oh yeah, and then something comes out of the fog and attacks me. You're the shooty guy.
I
Who's
only
standing
have
up there?
31 shoots left.
Let us not argue. Let us.
It's
cross
like your
this
dungeon
bridge.
master didn't give you 3 chances to buy goods before this
I
part
know, and
started.
I've been making a point of buying 20 bolts every time you hit a town. And it just slipped my mind.
That happens with
Yeah.
age.
All right, so you have this bridge in front of you.
Yeah, Montauk will creep forward. Creepity creep. Creepity creep. What does this bridge look like? First of all, does anything jump out and attack Montauk as soon as he gets this close?
Not at all. Everything
Okay.
seems unnaturally sort of windy and foggy and quiet. Give me an investigation check to inspect the bridge.
This is not a skill that Montauk should have been relied on.
Is it a bridge if it's got a 10-foot section missing?
17.
17. The pillars on this side certainly seem strong. The ropes appear to be intact. But clearly, yes, there is a large gap of about 15 feet in the center of it. But it appears solid.
All right, so Montauk will take some pythons out from his pack. He will hammer them into the ground, and he will throw a grappling hook to the other side with a rope attached.
What are you trying to hook it onto?
The other pillar over here.
All right, give me a ranged attack roll.
was Pavo able to get a good look at the egg, like size, color, anything like that?
He was able to see it was there. He didn't fly very close to it to get any more information.
Didn't think so. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Ignore the +3. That's that's just 19.
Even so, that is a solid throw. You are able to get your rope and grappling hook around the far post.
All right. I will hammer in the rope on this side with the python, so it's solid. I will give the rope a tug to make sure that post isn't just going to come right out.
It holds.
Okay. And Montauk will look at his work, be very satisfied with it, and just sort of usher the rest of the party along as we now have a secured crossing point. And Montauk will step here and peer down into this zone here.
Give me a perception check.
$13.
You, again, as you look down, these rocks go from sort of concave to convex, and it's almost vertiginous as you stare down into it. But, between the fog and just this odd purple hues of the rocks, you don't notice any movement or anything like that. It just appears to be a small break in the cliff face.
The island hurts Montauk's head. Let us move.
While this is happening, Silver, your thoughts drift away a little bit. At one time, you knew a stranger. You were each other's comfort against fear and pain. Then they were taken away. What were their final words to you?
What was the last thing that Callus said to me? Because those would be the last words. No.
Well.
Put me on the spot. I don't know.
Sorry, I'm using the suppressed memories from Van Richten's Guide to Ravenloft.
I will say that their last words were something about taking the edge from him and having betrayed him along with the rest of his crew.
All right. And you also, at this point, remember that he smiled as he sort of wished you well going overboard and just said, "The Whisperer wants the ship. There's nothing I could do. I wish we could take you with us." But with that, your mind sort of focuses back to where you are, and you see Montauk is making his way across the bridge. As you make your way across, Montauk, is there anything else you wanted to check out?
I've already peered down into the Madness Chasm. Nothing is apparent on the other side. I've tested the rope. There might be something else that's coming, but I have no way of predicting or being able to mitigate it. So I will cross at half speed because I want to be careful. I will get over the gap.
With your guide rope, give me either your choice of athletics or acrobatics to make your way across, as there are odd gusts of wind here. You are easily able to make it to the other side, and as you step off to the other side, you realize it is actually icy and very slick on this side.
Yeah, Montauk shouts across, "Slippery on this side. Careful coming off the rope." And Montauk will stand guard here.
Ishka, your choice, athletics or acrobatics check to cross the rope bridge.
I don't think I'm going to be good at either one right now.
Let's give her a rope and have Scrappy hold the other end.
Yep.
Just in case
Appreciate
she falls,
that.
she doesn't fall and keep falling, because Jesus Christ, that looks like it goes down a long ways.
Also have
I
the
will
guide rope
I will go athletics.
All right.
So, am I still disadvantaged with the guide rope, or would that be a straight roll then?
Still with disadvantage, but
Okay.
yeah, if you slip, you will only fall a few feet. You don't slip. You managed to make your way across.
Woot!
Ooh.
That was a nat 22. Ho, ho, ho.
Who's next?
I will just move a little bit past Montauk and just kind of like keep a watch out.
You know what? I might as well go next.
To just
Before-
Pavel go.
Well, Pavel can just fly.
Exactly.
Ishka, give me a perception check then if you were keeping an eye out.
I will guidance
Yeah, I'll
myself
just
on this
fly.
if I can.
I'll fly,
Yeah.
or I'll fly across and over the thing.
Perception.
Can I also roll a perception from my side?
Go right ahead. Yeah,
Yeah, I
Pavo,
wanna-
you fly across easily enough. You land in again. I mean, it is it's like a layer of thin black ice on this side of the rock. So even as you land, you skid a few feet.
And I have my my skiddy boots on anyway, so don't I just float above it
You do.
and only skid like an inch?
Okay.
So both Ishka and Scrap Heap, yeah, you look around, everything seems a little clear. Ishka, you notice mixed in amongst the rocks over here, there appears to be just like a little flash of color. And sort of staring closely, it looks like the body of a fairly large snake that is partially caught under these rocks.
I will inform everyone of that. Dead snake
All-
ahead.
All right, Rubel, athletics or acrobatics?
I will do acrobatics and I will guidance myself, Pavo. Better not let me fall.
What?
Better catch me if I fall.
What? Not be Pope?
No.
Pavel, on the count of 3, let go of the rope. 1,
Don't you effing
2,
dare.
3.
Cut the rope.
Don't
The
you
rope.
dare. Okay, I accidentally hit the back button. What did I roll?
You
13.
rolled 13 for acrobatics. With your guidance, that will be more than enough to make your way across safely.
Oh, thank Umberly.
Who's next? All right, Silver, athletics or acrobatics?
Man, I wonder.
I bet you go in athletics.
That's not 22. I guess 26 if the guide rope gives advantage.
It is not.
All right.
Silver,
I'm
you
going-
are nimbly able to make your way across.
I'm
Nithgoris.
going to. Okay, I'm going to just double check something here. Cool. I'm going to tie a rope around myself, give it to Scrap Heap, and say, when I'm done, tie it around you so that if you fall, we can pull you up.
Good idea. Okay. I tie the rope around myself.
That's a 12.
13.
I have exhaustion.
Oh, that is correct. That is a 12. You make your way across Nithdoris, and you do slip. Because you have the rope, you only swing down a few feet. Ooh, hitting the rocks, you do take 6 bludgeoning damage, but you do not fall. And with Scrap Heap's help, you are dragged back up and able to make your way across eventually.
And now
And then you leave Scrap Heap behind.
No. The idea is that we would reciprocate. So I'm going to get Montauk to help me secure this end because of the group of us, I think he and I are the strongest on this side.
How much do you weigh, Scrap Heap?
Yeah,
Let me take a look. 294 pounds, almost 300.
Yep.
Montauk just reaches one hand down and just grabs the rope. And realizes that he can absolutely deadlift 1,500 pounds.
Jesus Christ.
All right, Scrap Heap, athletics or acrobatics?
Athletics. I've no talent when it comes to acrobatics.
Athletics, you are able to, using the guide ropes and with the help of Nithdoris and Montauk, you gingerly make your way across, only having one of the boards crack under your weight. but you guys have
Pavo, fly back.
solved my
fly
bridge
back
puzzle.
across. Yes. Fly back across, grab the python, and return the rope.
Yeah. Give me your hammer.
Pavo,
Yeah.
do you know how to remove a python?
Bang it out.
Banging would just push it in further.
Not if you hit it on the side. Not if you
You
hit it
see,
on the
this
side.
this side of the hammer has these two claws, my friend.
Yeah, Montauk hands him the little hammer from his climber's kit, and shows him which way to lever the python out.
Yep, pull it out. And I think they're supposed to be
Okay.
one-off use anyway. At least in the real world, they're one-off use.
Maybe. I don't know how rock climbing works.
Well,
I don't
let's
think
put
I've
it
ever
this way.
used a python for anything.
Are you gonna trust a python that you've banged into a rock face, then yanked out, deformed with the leverage, and then banged in again?
Perhaps. But Montauk wants his rope back.
Give me an athletics check to try and pull this python free, Pavo.
Should have got one of those elven ropes and an elven python.
It's too late now.
Pavo, you are in fact able to yank this python out. It is not in good shape, though. It is bent and but cleanly with the effort you put in.
Okay, I have 9 more. It's fine.
15's a good roll.
I bought
it just doesn't come out in good shape. If he rolled higher, it would have been reusable.
So
Yeah, no, fair enough. It's like pulling out a nail after you've already hammered it in. No, got it.
on researching them, if they're the lost arrow type, then they could potentially be reusable indefinitely.
Potentially.
I assume that I assume that the sort of pseudo medieval society that that D&D exists in doesn't necessarily have like the best gear all the time, like the best gear by modern standards.
Carbon alloy steel? No, I don't think we got that.
Yeah, probably not. All right, so now we have a nest and a dead snake, which may be a live snake or an unlive snake, or who knows.
Well, it looks like its head is crushed by a rock.
It squish. It dead. Maybe I know.
That
Maybe
is
zombie,
no
but
good.
I'd be afraid of a
all right.
different kind of rock with eggs that big.
Just a quick question from where we are standing, specifically where Scrappy was standing. Is he able to see this area in particular? Because to me it looks like a cavern, a cave opening.
You can't see it necessarily, but Pavo would have noticed that, yeah, there's a small, sort of cave entrance up above that ledge.
Pavo, check it out. Preferably from a decent enough range.
I'll go
Like-
out kind of here. Because I got the eyes of the eagle, so I can look inside.
Yes, but you don't have dark vision, so you can see a few feet inside and you don't notice anything immediately.
Do we
but
want
you
light
can give
in
me
there?
a perception check if you want to try and look a little closer.
Oh,
Perception check first, and then we'll try the light.
I know I said this before, Patrick, but just because I keep forgetting I have Rary's telepathic bond, I'd be re-upping it at every chance as a ritual.
Okay.
So I would ask him if he wants light in there.
Yeah, even you cannot see anything past like the very bare opening.
Yeah, so after I can't see anything, I'll ask for the light, yeah.
Okay. Patrick, based upon where we are right now, if I were to cast light on, say, a chunk of ice or a rock on the ground and get Montauk or Scrap Heap, who's stronger than I am to throw it up in there. Is it possible for them to have the angle to do so?
You ask the question, and Montauk doesn't hear anything beyond "You are stronger than I am."
Yeah.
Yeah,
Montauk
it
raises
would
one
not be
percent.
difficult at all.
Okay, so I would take a rock, cast light on it. I'm just double checking I actually have the spell. It's been a while. Yeah, I do. Good. And then I will say, can you throw this in that cave there, please?
Montauk grabs the rock and throws it into the cave.
Yeah, easy enough. With that, Pavo, you can see the cave appears to be bare rock. Looks like it goes in for about 15 feet, and then you can't see anything beyond the back wall at that point. So whatever it is, it's not tiny, but it's not massive either, but it is definitely a covered space.
Mostly looking empty. There's no like offshoots or off
Not that
paths
you
I
could
can
see. Not that you can see from afar. If you went right to the entryway,
Yeah, we'll get a bit closer now. It looks like it's empty from where we are. So let's say start there.
yeah, you can see it is a very small angular shape inside. It's not sort of rounded. It looks like you'd have to sort of crouch to get in, but you see no signs of old fires or furs or animal bones or scat or anything like that, and it appears to be quite empty.
All right. Well, then I will go back and. Well, we're telepathic now, but I will tell everyone that.
All right. Montauk is going to look at this lovely cliff face in front of him. It appears to be extremely narrow. How stable does it look?
It's as wide as a sidewalk.
Give me an investigation check.
Really should stop doing this. So
Can I
where's
help?
my Click. 13.
It's solid rock. It appears stable. You do see that this black ice appears to continue across it.
All right. Montauk will feel the wall. How slippery does the wall feel?
Not slippery at all.
Okay.
It is.
Montauk will sort of.
It is disturbingly kind of wet to the touch.
Does he tell us this?
Yeah, Montauk will just sort of look down at his hand and go, "The rock is wet."
And that's just more for flavor than anything else.
Okay, so it's not like drool coming down the mouth of whatever is that cave?
No.
Okay,
It's just, you put your hand on cold rock and it comes back wet. It's just
There's a cat crying. I'll be right back.
disturbing and unpleasant.
Okay.
I will.
All right, Montauk. Okay.
I have a thought. If we don't want to make a lot of noise while passing, potentially we could use a torch to thaw the ice to make it less slippery.
It seems like it would take a long time.
It is a thin layer, so you could. You're not sure how long it would
Would-
take, but it would, it wouldn't be instantaneous.
Would one pinch of the dust of dryness, if it's a thin layer, do the entire path?
It doesn't absorb
Oh, it doesn't do
ice, just water.
Okay. Montauk will pull a torch out of his pack, spark it up.
I like that idea, though. Yeah, I would say I would allow that to work. It's going to be like throwing, kitty litter or gravel over top of ice.
Yeah. All right, so
Yeah,
one
all right.
pinch.
Yeah, I'd say, a pinch being, you sort of, because you can hover or fly, you'd be able to,
Spread it
Get it,
evenly
yeah.
across the.
yeah, because it only goes up to about there. So, yeah, I'd say one good pinch would clear up enough that you could make your way across the ice without having to go half speed.
I'm keeping my head on a swivel, looking for things to potentially ambush us, because it's a nest.
Okay, so Pavo gently
here's
sprinkles.
So one more question about that. When I throw the pellet, causing it to shatter and release, does it release water or ice?
It would release ice.
Nice. That could be useful. I will keep track of that in my inventory. All right, so
Okay,
the path is
so-
clear.
All right. So even though we now have a non-slippery path ahead of us, Montauk is still going to very gingerly at half speed walk down this path.
All right. You make your way along the path. You can feel the fog almost sort of encroaching, and the clamminess across your skin, which should feel comforting. Being up at these heights and breathing what should be clear air is still just a little unsettling to you.
Yep,
But your feet,
Montauk does not
your
like the
feet
sound.
are solid.
Okay. Montauk gets to here and then sort of
Scrap
thinks that
heap
everyone
should be next.
Montauk thinks that everyone cross slowly, but it is safe.
Yeah, so you see this very large, colorful snake that appears to have been, caught and crushed under this rock fall.
Okay, Montauk is going to draw his anchor because he's not that stupid. He's seen things that should be dead come back to life. And he is going to come to within, I guess, here
Oh shit.
and
Bye-bye.
inspect. Sorry, what?
Scrap Heap just jumped off the cliff.
No, he accidentally deleted his token.
I was trying to do something.
What?
He clipped
No,
to the ground.
step.
He pulls out a little sign saying "Mother," and that's about it.
Do not look down. Gravity will not work until you look down.
That's Pavo's trick.
All right, so Montauk, you have taken your anchor out. You see this snake's head is, crushed by rocks. What would you like to do?
I'm going to sort of very gingerly prod this snake.
All right, yeah, you prod
Somebody
at the
crosses.
snake. And as that happens, bursting out of the lower side of the snake is a tiny little creature that lashes onto like the back of your shoulder blade. You can feel it sort of slithering up the back of your neck. And I need you to roll initiative, please.
I was
Wouldn't
kind of
almost-
I was crossing at half speed. Do I see this thing attack him as I'm already kind of like halfway across the bridge?
You do. You can all see it as it explodes out of the body of the snake, but it is a tiny, tiny little thing.
So is this gonna really tick off Montauk?
Not bad. A 21 with
I think
disadvantage.
the issue, Ian, is that there's a tick on Montauk.
Well, let's get the tick off Montauk then.
Time's ticking. Let's go on.
Oh, we can film it and put it on TikTok.
And it beat
You are
all of
taking
your
your
passive
Montauk.
perceptions, so it does get a surprise round on Montauk.
Oh, come on. We were super cautious.
You were cautious. It still beat your passives because it was also inside.
Like a
I am annoyed.
tauntaun.
You were looking at the snake, but this thing is completely hidden inside it, unfortunately.
From now on, the party stops and eviscerates every creature it finds just in case.
That is a
Yeah.
24 to hit for, after reduction, 2 piercing damage.
We're back.
That is a
Alright.
23 to hit for 4 more piercing damage. That is a critical hit for a grand total of 5 piercing damage.
It's always the small things with sharp teeth that just rip Montauk to shreds, isn't it?
Yeah, and it is literally, you can feel its suckers like squeezing in and gripping. It is attached to you on the back of your neck. So top of the round, that takes us to Nithdoris.
All right. Not sure if this will work, but we're going to send a sapping sting towards it.
All right.
That doesn't have an attack roll. It's a con save.
Con save. That is a 17. Makes it save.
Okay, nabbit.
Bugger.
Yeah. Really.
Good attempt. I like it.
I will go. That would have been max damage too. Damn.
Yeah, that was a good. Wow. Yeah, good roll. Any movement? Any bonus action?
I want to keep the way clear. I have. Actually, wait. Do I have actual range on it? No, I would not have been able to do that. I have to take that back. I'm too far away.
All right.
So instead, we're going to send a Lich Slap. So that's a 22 to hit.
All right. That hits. So you, Montauk, take 6 necrotic damage along with this creature.
And this is just a test. There we go.
All right. So with that, this ghostly hand, whoosh, you can feel it sort of smack up across your neck and the back of your head, Montauk.
Ow.
Now any movement
Wait,
or
thumbs
bonus
up
action, Nithdoris?
No, I'm good for now. I like being where I am. I'm
All
close
right.
enough to deal damage, but far enough away not to do anything harmful to myself.
And this creature will... You feel its tentacles lash out at you again, Montauk. That is a 15, which does not hit. A 24, which hits you for 2 piercing. And a 23 that hits you for 3 piercing. All after
so
reduction.
I take another 5. Yeah. Okay.
And
well,
it is
before
Montauk's
that
turn.
happens- Yeah, before that happens, he missed an attack.
Okay, you can riposte.
Where
Is
is
Montauk
Montauk
gonna hurt himself?
Yes.
We'll find out. 15
15 hits.
for 15 damage.
So you take 7 and it takes 7.
Oh my god, is it taking half damage?
Yes.
Like it's taking half my damage. Okay. So I take 7.
What was that maneuver?
2, 64. That's riposte.
Oh,
If they miss an attack, I get it. I get it.
I didn't realize I should obviously add the spirited dice to that. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. This is probably completely countermanded. This is probably not something that you should want to do. Montauk is going to second wind himself, get himself some hit points back. It's 11. And
That's 9.
I am
You
now
added
going
a
to grab this.
superiority die.
Then I'm at 73. That should not be on. Okay. So then, I am going to do something that's probably not very recommended in this case. I'm going to grab it and attempt to tear it off.
Give me a strength check.
$25.
Yeah, you manage to rip it off and it falls to the ground there.
Excellent.
That is your full action. You still have your movement bonus action.
Oh, was that considered a grapple?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. I will.
Actually, you used your bonus action to second wind, so you just have movement.
Yeah, I will back away. And point at it and think out, kill it.
All right. Scrap heap.
Okay. I'm just trying to figure out if it's won't be able to make it in one go if I want. Can't really Misty Step. No. Okay, how far above is the cave opening above us?
About 20 feet.
Be right back.
Okay, I'm not gonna risk that. Okay, I'm just gonna slowly make my way over to Montauk.
All right, so it's 10 feet of movement to get past Rubel and 10 feet to get past Ishka.
10. Right here. And
Ishka and Rubel are like those two old ladies who stop in the middle of the door at Costco.
Actually, you don't have enough movement to get past Ishka because it's 10 feet.
It's 10 feet. You're
15,
right.
20, 25 will get you just in front of Ishka.
You could dash.
Yep.
That's the thing. I want to, but it feels like this area is this passage is unsafe. That's what I'm freaking out about.
Well, you just watched Montauk walk across it without issue.
And we did get rid of the ice that was there.
Okay. So yeah, I'll take my chance over here. Okay, I'll take dash as my remaining action.
Okay.
So would I end up here?
Right there.
Right there.
Oh, well, you could end up here as well if you wish, because you could move diagonally.
All right, so I'll just move out of the way for everyone else, kind of make their way, and that's it for me.
All right, Ishka.
All right, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 30. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm going to end my turn right in front of this thing. But at least that leaves the paves the way for everyone else to get in here. Bonus action Shillelagh, and I'm going to smack it with my bonk stick.
All right.
I'm back.
17 hits for 8 bludgeoning damage. You crack down on it, and you can see this thing has, all these sort of blue-greenish tentacles, but like a heavy carapace. So as your staff cracks upon it, little bits of it flake off. It takes the full damage, but this is a tougher little sucker than you would have thought.
Yeah. And I just kind of yell back, Rubel, kill it with fire!
Damn right I'm going to kill it with fire!
She does have fire.
Oh, Sacred Flame, it doesn't count as fire.
Just anything.
Okay, I'm going to Sacred Flame!
That is an 18.
God damn it.
It's
so this white flash goes off, but it this tiny little thing manages to sort of skirt under some of the rocks and avoid the damage.
All right. I'm going to be saving my spell slots. No one looks deathly ill just yet, so shit, that's the end of my turn.
All right, Pavo.
All right. Oh, it's 10 feet from the edge, isn't it? Damn.
Oh, Montauk, your second wind doesn't work.
Mm-hmm.
You got chill touched.
I will move out of the way. That'll be my last thing, just to make it nice and easy for everyone to get past me into the Doris.
All right.
All right.
We want to get rid of that, and we want to do it. One sec. Yeah, screw it. Let's turn it into, because fall damage transfers from a polymorph into the creature, right?
Yes.
All right. What's something that's heavy that's going to pick up a lot of speed before it hits the ground? A
Terminal
tortoise.
velocity is terminal velocity. It doesn't really matter.
Yes,
This is a
but
tiny thing, so if you wanted to pick it up, its current form might be the best thing.
Yeah, but it might hurt, so...
It'd be better to turn it into a toad.
I was going to say a tortoise, because the toad could spread out and slow down. Terminal velocity is a thing, but air resistance is also a thing.
But a toad only has a few hit points.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, the less set points it has, the more fall damage is going to carry over if you polymorph it.
You did see Montauk rip it off and throw it down without taking any damage.
Oh, well, I can't get over there anyway and do that in this turn. I'm within
Man, it sure is a shame Pablo doesn't have a way to affect things at range.
Yeah.
Shatter!
Yeah,
I was not referring to Shatter.
I was trying not to bring the rock back. So yeah, let's just polymorph it into a toad.
All right. What is that, charisma?
I believe so. Wisdom.
Oh, it has a fighting chance then.
Damn it.
It is wise.
That is a 12.
Sad.
So it is now it's a toad.
It is a toad.
All right.
Any movement, any bonus action?
I'm gonna stay here because I know if I fly out over this gulf, something's gonna attack me. So I'll wait till they just toss it off the cliff.
Makes me wish I had a catapult.
All right, that takes us to Ol Silver.
Well, we seem to have this well and truly in hand. No reason to use any bolts. Just gonna dash across.
All right.
I am a little bit concerned about Montauk.
Montauk has been hurt worse.
Oh, I'm concerned about whatever it did to you. Because I will let everybody know that we need to make sure Montauk is okay. Because it might have injected him with something or messed with him in some other way.
You might be a mama.
He might have Lyme disease.
Don't
All right,
worry,
that
don't,
takes us to Nithdoris.
don't
All
worry,
right,
don't-
so
don't-
it got turned into a toad, right?
Yes.
Oh, it's way less than 5 pounds.
It totally did.
My mage hand can lift 10 pounds. I'm not sure if I would be allowed to use it to pick up the toad.
Well, you're also not within range.
Yeah, but I can move. I move 30 feet. I'm within range.
Yep.
With my mage hand, knowing how mage hand works and being able to approximate the weight based on the fact if I had a familiar that was a toad.
Oh, this toad at most weighs like 2 pounds. So, I mean, that even 2 pounds is a big toad. So, yeah, easy. You can just use your mage hand and yeet it off the side of the cliff.
Yeah, I literally I pick it up like I'm picking up a piece of trash, you know, that you want to keep as far away from you as possible, and just drop.
Well, you got 30 feet, so take it out as far as possible. They might not get hung up on something down below.
And you drop it and it just disappears off into the fog. You hear a wet slap off somewhere in the distance, and with that, you guys are out of initiative.
All right.
I would like to look over Montauk. I would need some time to do so.
Yeah, Montauk is already looking over this snake. He's looking for other like bulges that he could like smash.
Okay.
Like, there's more
Pablo,
of this
come
thing
back.
in this snake.
I
Give me a
would like-
perception check, Montauk.
I would like, as he's doing this, to ritually cast Identify on Montauk.
All right. You notice nothing else under the rocks.
Okay.
No spells are currently affecting Montauk other than the one that you cast, Nithdoris, the Rory's telepathic bond.
Okay.
Which egg looks
Montauk created by a spell.
unbroken?
the one up at the front here is unbroken. Give me a perception check as you flew up and sort of scouted the area, Pavo.
Alrighty.
You can see as you sort of peer at the egg, it appears to be bulging, kind of throbbing. It looks like little pockets of it sort of bulge out every once in a while. It appears to be soft.
Okay, eggs don't do. That's not normal for eggs. Being a egg-bearing creature,
Well-
coming from an egg, right?
It's not normal for avian eggs.
All right. Well, second verse, same as the first. Bonus action. I'm gonna say we're shoving this thing off the edge, right?
Ishka.
No.
Probably affected.
Hang
Ishka.
on, let me have a look at it.
Guidance.
Find out what
It's
this is.
pulsating. Like,
Sorry, what are you trying to say, Montauk?
Find out what this egg is and if we should throw it off the cliff.
Yep.
I'm surprised you didn't just go shatter.
I don't
Who
want the
wants
rock come
to
back.
Soon.
who
I'll
wants to
assist.
help me? Okay.
I'll assist.
Nature, I'm going to guidance myself, so it's a straight roll.
One more.
18.
Well,
Yeah,
no,
any-
I'm at disadvantage still because I'm still exhausted.
Oh, that's a straight roll.
Yeah,
Okay.
but a 19 is still good.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are large, sort of yellow and brownish speckled eggs. It appears they would be avian, but as you are looking at them, you can see, yeah, they are pulsating and they just look off.
So is every instinct in me screaming to yeet them?
Give me an insight check.
I'm
Guidance.
assuming yes,
That's
but
a yes.
I feel like that's a yes. I feel like these are unnatural things, aberrations, but I will still insight myself.
Can I
Uh,
give her
Yes, it is.
assistance on her insight check?
No,
I don't
'cause
think insight is
you're
something you
all
can
the way over.
assist.
You're pretty far away. Yeah, you're pretty disturbed by these things. You do not like the look of them.
Okay, these things are not natural. They're probably aberrations or infected by something. I say we yeet them.
How close are we to the end of the day?
It's late afternoon at this point, so pretty close to dinner time.
I mean,
Uh,
I'm not. Sorry, go ahead.
I will wiggle my fingers and say, I can cast my Bigby's hand and just lift and chuck.
Do it.
Use the big mage hand.
Okay, I will cast Bigby's hand
All
to
right.
pitch the eggs off the side of the mountain.
Just scoop the whole nest up.
Yeah, are you going to scoop the whole nest aside, or are you going just the eggs?
Well, it's a large hand, so
it would
I'm not
it would
sure.
be able to push the nest, but it would take an athletics, or it would take one of its strength checks, because this nest is very large. But it could be done.
I can assist him though. I don't know. Montauk or me can assist him though? I don't know.
it has a +8.
Yeah, I
It's
think the
okay.
Must have to touch it.
Yeah, I think the
Yeah.
entire point of this is that we don't want to touch this goddamn
Also,
thing.
we should all back up.
Okay,
Yeah, we
So-
should not be standing
Also-
here.
Parasites live in nests too.
Just we'll focus on the eggs right now because the nest probably isn't going to grow legs and chase after us if it hatches.
so
Right.
okay,
Oh,
What
if I'd
did
only
the party
thought of
think
that.
is-
Ha
okay. So, Patrick,
Yep.
based upon the fact that Nithoris is actually there, can see the nest and can see the eggs, which seems like the better idea? Individually grabbing an egg and lifting it off because it would allow it to potentially have a softer touch, or just pushing the entire nest off?
Give me a nature check.
While Nindoris is doing a nature check,
5.
Yeah, you think the eggs one at a time.
So I will do the eggs
No.
one.
No.
All right, so you
Push the
reach
nest
in,
off.
picking up one of these eggs, and as you do so, it just bursts like an overripe peach. And from inside, there is just a mass of maggots which immediately swarm out. I need everyone to roll initiative, please.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, then I'm going to spawn the hand.
Yep. Yeah, this nest won't last long, so.
Sing
Push the
with me
whole
now.
nest.
Everybody should listen to Pavo, 'cause he is almost always right. Yes, he is.
No.
Yeah, you're lucky there's
What?
nobody near this nest when this happened. But yeah, all right, Ishka, you are up first as you
No,
were
I'm-
watching. Oh, because you're
I'm-
at disadvantage.
Yes.
That would be Old Silver.
Old Silver, you're up first.
I didn't
So
roll.
you've seen this. Oh,
What?
You deserve to roll right now.
Oh, okay. That
and with disadvantage. I know you and Ishka both rolled crits, but have disadvantage.
okay, no.
rolled
The
two dice.
2014 is right because I have a +6 and I rolled a 14.
Yeah, that's weird. That it's showing.
It's showing
That
that
is
I
very
rolled
strange.
crit, but
Yeah.
it dropped the crit, so it rolled correctly.
Still Old Silver, you are up first.
But be a
That
little more
dex,
sprite, outspeed me in this, Doris. I don't want to use. All right, so this is a swarm, right?
Yes.
And ordinarily, mechanically, swarms can't be grappled or restrained. Correct?
Correct.
I would like to ask if you could make an exception, because there is a device designed specifically to restrain swarms of small creatures. And I have one of those devices on me.
What is such a device?
Do you think a net would restrain them?
Not in the least.
Damn it.
It's a swarm of maggots. A net is going to do nothing.
Unless it's a maggot net.
Yeah, like,
From a
Yeah,
maggot
maggot
harvest
net.
card.
How tight have you made this net, Silver? Is it for
Considering
catching guppies?
considering I've literally never used it in combat, I'm gonna, despite the fact that I can, I'm gonna say it's actually like a fishing net.
Well, regular fishing net is still
Ah.
too large for maggots.
All right.
From the fishing store, it's that kind of fishing net.
All right. I don't want to use a crossbow bolt on these things though. I'll take 2 shots, and we'll make them with advantage.
All right.
27.
They do have partial cover as they are inside the nest from you right now.
Sharpshooter.
All right. Take a shot.
I have no cover does not affect. That is a 24 and a 23.
All right.
For
Both
how
of
many-
those hit.
Immediately
Yeah,
both the same
and-
number.
I will say, with that, your bolts sort of spray in and break apart sort of the side of the nest, and the maggots kind of spill out and tumble down off the side of the cliff.
That would not worth a single crossbow bolt.
That takes us to Nithdoris. There is still another sort of pulsating egg in the back, but the other one is completely cracked open. Give me, I
Dude.
assume, a strength check for the hand to just shove the nest off.
That's a 24, and it does not have exhaustion.
Yep, and you, with a loud sort of scratching sound, you shove this nest off over and it tumbles down, and you can see tumbling out of it as well, just the occasional sort of glint of metal and the crack and shatter of what probably were crossbow bolts.
That's cruel.
For the greater good.
Pablo, go and collect them.
Well, they're cracked now.
Perhaps there is salvage.
I can fly
We'll
down.
go.
How far down is it?
It disappeared way down into the fog. You can fly down and give me a perception check if you want to try and find them, Pavo.
Oh, right, why not? Perception. Never good. I get lost in the fog.
Roll me a d4.
Uh-oh.
You managed to
Super
find
lost.
one crossbow bolt.
All right, I wonder how much I can sell this to him for.
I will let you look at the bed again when we get back to the ship.
I want 1 night a week in the bed. But you can have it back.
1 night in the bed.
1 night a week.
1 night.
Are
I
you two
don't
going to
know.
cuddle together?
Oh, he has mites.
No, Montauk has mites. We just saw it. I'll give him back
That
his
was a
arrow.
tick.
No, that's when his eye closes. We shouldn't talk about it.
No, that's a tick.
All right, with that, everybody give me a group survival check, please.
Oh boy.
Okay.
I guidance myself.
Sure.
I will guidance myself. Still a disadvantage, or can it like normalize out since we're all doing this?
Nope, still a disadvantage.
Mm.
Ew. Gross.
Oh, yeah, boo, Ishka. Rolled two
Thank-
18s.
Thank God. This
That's weird. I had disadvantage on, so why is one not grayed out?
because you rolled the exact same on both. You rolled
Because it's
nines.
fine. It's 18. Don't worry about it.
Mm.
Stop
Yeah,
arguing.
Ishka and I both got a 19.
With that, you guys are able to spend the rest of this day going into evening, following along, this sort of pathway. There are original sort of plants that kind of reach out and feel like they're, grasping towards you. But you are able to, sort of push your way past them, and the wind, and then the unceasing pounding of the surf. And eventually you find yourselves at the northern edge of Trisk, and where you've been, wandering through sort of ice and rock, you find yourself on, an almost well-trodden pathway, and you can finally see where the snow starts to come to an end, and up ahead, Ishka and Rubel, with your passive perceptions, you can hear the sound of sort of clacking and that guttural choking water tongue. And you get the sense that there is a group of Rocklanders somewhere ahead of you.
I will pass this along. Well, thankfully it's all
Yep.
telepathic.
Same here.
Yep.
What do we do? Is this normal, Montauk?
We go around. They
Can we go around?
I would suggest a pass without trace as well.
Yeah, you are no longer along the cliff edge. This is more sort of open territory.
If we can go around, Ishka will vote for that, and she will cast Pass Without Trace.
No footprints.
I already don't make footprints.
Where there were multiple. Where there was one set of footprints. That was because Montauk was carrying you all.
Ooh.
And as you all give me a stealth check with Pass Without Trace, please.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
All right.
Those
Armor bolt.
advantages?
19.
I will also
13.
guidance myself.
17.
23.
28.
Guidance is concentration, Tara.
Oh, never mind then. So okay, so that's an 18. Sorry, that's a 19, not a 20. Sorry.
And I got a 6.
All right, well, we
Plus
all
10.
13. We all have
16? 16.
We
You are
here.
able to quietly sort of make your way around this group, and you can hear, and you can make out Scrap Heap as this group of, sort of 5, wait, no, 6, 7 sort of individuals, and they're all kind of horrifyingly deformed. Their skin is covered in these chitinous plates. You're pretty sure you see one of them like rip a tooth out, and their fingertips seem like they're mutated into octopus-like suckers. But you're sure that they're not even necessarily, that's all of them. But there's a couple more that you just can't even quite see in full. They're sort of humped back monstrosities that your brain just refuses to even wrap itself around. But the peculiarities of their face and the motions, like, you almost instinctively take a dislike to them, and this nauseous, like, fishy odor just wafts off of them.
If we can smell them, are we close enough to like see them, or like, are we close enough to see them with my gem of true sight?
You are, but even with your gem of true sight, if give me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh boy!
If you want to take a close look at what these creatures are,
All right.
these chthonic beings,
Stand next to me if you're gonna
Yeah,
roll.
I'm 15 feet of you.
you will
Now
get
on.
no benefit from Scrap Heap from this.
Oh shit!
Your brain was telling you not to look at them.
From now on.
That is
Oh,
a
hit. There we go.
20.
Yeah, you make your save, but I mean, yeah, looking at these grotesque monstrosities, like they're almost like amorphous aberrations, and they are infected, loathsome beings in these ghastly forms. Look like their very souls have been corrupted with insidious madness,
I immediately
and
stop
you feel it almost take root in you.
From now on, we try not to understand things.
But Scrap Heap, you pick up, a little bit of their conversation, and they actually seem like they're having a moderately jovial talk as they seem to have collected some clams and cockles, and they're actually sort of excited about being able to eat for the night.
I'm assuming that Doris's telepathic bond is still up, so I relay the message to everyone. What I hear from that group.
Leave them to their meal.
Yep, we don't need to disturb them. Umberly will smite them in one of these days. Via telepathic bond.
Agree. Let's just keep moving.
And as you finish off this day, you find yourselves at the very northern tip, and you find yourselves, again on grass, and for the first time you see little bits of vegetation, and you see in front of you the lower levels of a crumbling tower jutting up from the earth like a broken finger bone. The exterior of the structure has been lashed by wind and rain, causing extensive damage, and there's something, much like everything else on this island, just very unsettling about this, squat ruin. There's something very, very ancient about it. But night is falling as you are here, finally, at the northern tip of Trisk.
Is
Ooh,
that
the
body
music-
there?
The music is swelling in a very...
Yeah, I was
That-
waiting for something to jump out.
That body is there. You can see a body has been crucified, hanging from the crumbling tower wall.
Before anybody takes a step forward or backward or anything, give me one quick second. If I feel anything.
Sorry, just fixing the music. You again get a sense of something defiled. You get a sense that this area has been, if not completely desecrated, it is certainly a space that is not used with the original intent of it.
Oh boy.
But it is much less noxious than the stone sort of old altar that you found on the other end of the island. And you get this sense almost from this entire place. So at this point, it's not an uncommon feeling.
Huh.
And, as you sort of look out and feel, this corpse is almost indescribable. It's this detestable amalgam of, again, sort of cephalopod and man. But you can see that decomposition and rot has rendered most of its features unrecognizable. But in the fading light, those of you with dark vision also notice that there is some writing that has been sort of scratched into the side of the wall underneath this crucified figure.
Should we read the writing?
Do not attempt to understand things here.
I agree with Montauk.
I really want to read it, but I'll go against
Maybe don't. Do I recognize... Was this like once a religious sanctuary? Was there once like a normal temple here?
You recognize the design. Actually, give me a history check first, Rubel.
Guidance?
And Old Silver. The architecture is vaguely familiar, but you can't quite place it. But there is something familiar-ish about it.
I don't know what god this is, but I vaguely recognize it. Montauk, it's not to one of your mountain gods?
23 history.
No, this is not architecture that is familiar to you, Montauk.
This is strange and unknown to me. To Montauk. Third person. Must always be third person.
Ishka, you notice there is a handful of coral and shells that look like they've been exquisitely carved, that are sort of piled up beneath the body that's hanging on this wall.
What I recognize the craftsmanship as being from like any of the water tribes I've frequented, like my tribe or anything like that.
Not from this distance.
All right, cover me, guys. I'm going in.
Yeah, Montauk will walk up.
Yeah, I want to inspect this jewelry to see if I can recognize it. The craftsmanship, like belonging to a specific person. Yeah.
I'm gonna
Give
keep
me
it
an investigation
within
check.
my saving.
Okay.
place.
All right, and yeah, Montauk, Scrapheap, and Ishka, as you come forward, you can all read the words that is on the building now. And it says, "That is not dead which can eternal lie. And with strange aeons, even death may die." And I need the three of you to give me a wisdom saving throw, please.
I
+3,
was
everyone.
looking away.
I did not want to read this.
This is just Ishka, Scrapheap, and Montauk as you went closer. Okay, Montauk, yeah, if you were specifically looking away, you're fine.
I was specifically looking at the coral, but I'll still roll.
Yeah, with your passive perception, you can't help but notice it.
Mhm.
You are both fine. You feel this sort of illness wash over you, but you are fine. You don't recognize any specific style from this carving, but it is well designed, and you see a lot of them, if not most of them, are sort of carved to look like starfish and other undersea creatures, and they're beautiful and presumably valuable.
Is this like Toplander jewelry, or is this specifically like, hey, underwater people would wear this?
Mix of both. I mean,
Okay.
you get the sense that, you know, you've seen some art and carvings from the Rocklander people here, so this looks like at least some of the Rocklanders here have excellent skill.
Okay. Dare I take a closer look at the body?
You can
I
give
don't-
me a nature check, or you can give me a medicine check.
I'll assist.
Medicine. And I will guidance myself.
All right.
I can
Scrap
assist.
Assisting.
Yeah, you can tell that this creature has clearly been dead for several 10 days and has been hanging here at least that long.
I have absolutely no idea what creature it is. At all, period. Even with the 26.
Give me a nature check.
Assist.
Because I rolled medicine. There we go. Trying to figure out what creature it was.
You do not know what it was originally, but it is clearly some sort of aberration from the depths.
So now it's an aberration, but obviously it was probably something else before. Okay.
Yep. And Pavo, as you sort of fly around, you can see there is, you know, an entryway leading into this tower, and there is, you know, sort of an open rooftop to it as well.
Yeah, I can see those ladders going up and down.
Yes, in the fading light, yep, you can see there is a ladder that leads up to the rooftop, and there appears to be an open passageway with a ladder leading down.
All right, well, I'll tell the party. And there was nothing else in there, right?
Not that you could see offhand as you flew by. It looks like it's mostly just filled with sort of rubble and detritus.
Do we
Alright.
think that the ladder going down leads to the catacombs that we were going to use as the back door?
Probably.
Montauk is going to suggest that we retreat for now, find a hidden place, camp for the night, and then assault this tower in the morning.
I
Can
agree. It's a
Rubel-
sound tactical option.
We need to recharge.
Can Rubel's god protect us for the night?
Yes.
Ah,
I will do like a big old prayer to Umberlead for protection and sweet dreams, and to be led through this aberrant darkness
And protection from good and evil?
oh yes, and protection from good and evil.
As in the spell?
Who prepares protection from good and evil?
I
Larry!
might have.
Individuals knowing they're going to be facing aberrations, fiends, and undead.
I have detect good and evil.
We have a day. You can prepare it tonight.
Yep, I'll prepare it tonight.
I have a question. We're like, other than two people being exhausted, we don't seem to be that bad off. Would it make sense to maybe check out the top of the tower today?
let's not push our luck.
Why do
Because if we
I
look
want to
out-
get away from here? Why are we even here anyway?
To
We'll go on the
kill
back door.
Slurkatho.
But if we were to clear out the top today, we could rest up and not have to deal with it tomorrow.
I would really like to not be exhausted anymore.
Yeah.
Yep. And a greater or lower restoration will not take care of that, correct?
But we don't have greater prepared, I don't think.
I have greater prepared.
Do you have the material component?
Can you cast it? What is it? Is only one person per casting?
Yes.
Yeah, a creature I touch. Diamond dust worth 100G. I did mention we should. I stocked up on diamonds for Revivify.
You guys were in major cities, so you were given the opportunity to buy your spell components and things like that. So,
Okay, so
for I would assume a greater restoration. I mean, some of the more, lesser used spells you might not have, but yeah, you specifically said you went to
get
the
spell
jewelers for
components.
diamonds.
Yes.
So yeah, I would say because you specifically went to buy diamonds, you could have bought diamond dust as well.
Yep. All right. Yes, I do.
But it's in a blue cream.
It's up to you guys, and if you want to use spell slots on Greater Restoration when we're going up to the top of this tower to try and clear it out.
What I was saving it for because I only have one spell slot a day. I was kind of saving it for right before we went to bed, and then you can go have a sleep, and then you're completely back to normal.
Yeah, but the argument right now is, let's go up and clear off the top of the tower and then rest. That's the argument that's being made right now.
Yeah, let's just make sure.
I will also say, even as you came up, yeah, you see no signs of habitation here in this small 2-story tower. So, probably when you were flying around, did you look at the top of the tower at all?
Yeah.
You saw no signs of, creatures or people or anything on this little sort of small rooftop area.
Yeah, so it looks pretty empty.
And actually, yeah, from that elevation, you could actually see along the length and the breadth of the northern shore of Trisk in the sort of dying light of day. And again, just these black waves sort of grasp at the shore as if they're trying to drag the rest of the land into the depths.
How long has it taken us since, we first ventured into the mountains until now?
It's been... actually, you guys, with your survival check, that was a whole day. You guys should be... Yeah, I will say this is going to be the end of that full day, so one rest will take care of your exhaustion.
No, I mean like from the other island, like when we first went to the mountains on the other island.
Oh, 4 days?
Yeah, so almost a week. 4 days, Ishka has been suffering from exhaustion. She really wants to rest.
Pavo,
Yes.
give me a perception check from your sort of flight and investigation while you were looking along the coast.
Oh, because I'm good at those. Right now I was.
Out to the west, you noticed a pair of pillars, one slightly shorter than the other. And Nithdoris, when he brings that up, you bring out the parchment you found on Vilkstead, and you realize that the pillars match those on the parchment, which leads you to believe that you have found the location of Askarl.
So I will literally, call him back down, pull out the parchment, because we still have it, I believe.
Yep.
And this is what you saw?
Except for the bit in the middle. Because wasn't there like a scary face in the middle of that?
There was a gate the gate is no longer there, but you recognize the pillars as being the same.
Oh, right, yeah.
So you realize, yes, you are in the right place to find Askarl. And with that twigs Ol Silver and Rubel, and you start to see the elvish architecture that this tower maybe had when it would have been built hundreds and hundreds of years ago before Askarl sunk into the sea.
The Askarl sunk into the sea during Old Silver's lifetime?
No, prior to. That's why nobody actually knows where it is for the most part. And a lot of it was built under the sea, and then the Drow attacked and ruined the rest of it. But there were, some outposts, obviously, here on the northern edge of Trisk. So it's not as, clean and beautiful as the undersea architecture, but you can start to catch glimpses of it.
So it's
So I guess we're
confirmed we're
resting.
basically found Ascarl.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Ishka is just going to point blank refuse to move any further until we all take a long rest. Because
Yeah.
we have no idea what
Yeah.
we're triggering at this point.
Yeah, if
Mhm.
this is literally the entrance to Iskarl, I'm okay with that.
Yep.
So we agree we're going to move off a distance, find a secluded area where we can safely set up camp, and do so there.
Yes.
All right, someone give me a survival check to do so.
This will
I
be
will
done
do
with
it.
Guidance.
Assist.
Guidance,
I
help
will
me.
assist her.
Yes.
Yeah, you are easily enough and, able to find an area, and the winds here have died down. It is just the unceasing tide that you hear through the night. But you are all able to take a long rest. During the night, Nithdoris, as you and the party have been using your telepathy, just late in the middle of the night, you feel just something sort of poking into your head. And just this odd feeling of a greeting just touches into the side of your brain, and something that feels like it's smiling. And you just get the slightest sense of, oh, join the swarm. You will all find a home here in the hive.
Who is saying this?
This is
Think
just
only
in Nithdoris's head right now.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that's not creepy at all.
But it bothers you no more, and you all wake feeling rested and refreshed.
Oh, I would have cast Greater Restoration on.
But we don't need it if we're resting.
Yeah, but she had 2 levels, and it's 1 level
No, I
per
only-
day.
I
I
only
only
had
had one
one.
level.
Oh, you
Yeah.
only have 1 level left? Okay, good.
So yeah, with that, morning comes. The tower is before you. What would you like to do?
Entree.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to level up.
Dang. I think we're gonna do that.
I nearly did level you up, but you guys will level up at the end of this.
Ooh.
You're very close to it.
Oh.
Let's go kill those villagers. Then we'll level up for sure.
No.
Let's just head down and in.
Umberly is my guide. Oh, and I would have prepared protection from evil and good.
Okay. Are you going to cast it on anybody?
Hold on 1 second.
How long does it last?
Concentration up to 10 minutes. I don't think I can. See, this is why I never really prepared it before.
You won't be able to cast your lightning if you do that. I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think it's a great. Like, it's nice, but I don't think it's a great benefit.
Yeah, we
It's
can't.
the
We
reason
can't cast Call
why
lightning with it.
it's the same reason why Intellect Fortress is great, except it requires concentration, which gets rid of most of my really good spells.
Yeah, and also it can't I don't think it can be cast ritually. So, you know what? I have it in my roster, but never mind. For right now.
Down we go after Montauk.
I'm keeping close to Montauk for saves.
All right, and I mean, looking down, it is pitch dark down in the room below Montauk.
Umberly got us.
You know, this room is covered in just sort of broken rocks and debris. You can see parts of the walls have slightly started to degrade. There is the ladder leading up to the roof, and then a ladder leading to what appears to be a small basement.
Remember, we all need to stay near the scrap heap.
Yep.
If at all possible, he should stay in the center of us at all times.
Paolo
let's go down.
immediately moves more than, or is it 15 feet?
I thought we
10
were moving
feet.
up. You guys are just standing by the entrance.
Well, we're going down.
Who's going down first? And I mean, anyone with dark vision peering in, it appears to be a fairly small area, like 15 by 10 feet, very cramped. It appears completely empty except for some of the trash or detritus that's been blown in here by the wind.
I cast dark vision upon myself.
All right.
Someone cast light for me.
Yep, I'll cast light for us.
Would you like dark vision instead?
If you're willing to expend the spell slot.
The second level spell slot is fine.
Okie dokie, I will take it.
Well, we're going to be casting light unless you're doing it for everyone.
Yeah, there's three more people who can't see in the dark.
Oh, then yeah, light might be better.
Well, okay, if that's the case, then I'll cast. I won't cast it because, I'll save the spell slots.
Yeah,
I'll cast light upon my
Me?
sword.
This is a
I was
5th
gonna say
edition
you
party
can
where
cast it on me. I'm a very shiny subject skin.
Okay, I'll cast it upon Scrappy.
Scrappy, if you have dark vision.
No. I'm the light source. I'm the bulb.
Ah, okay.
this is the 5th edition party where like almost half of it does not have dark vision. That's weird. Actually, more than half of it doesn't have dark vision.
In the beginning, Scrappy didn't have dark vision. He just got upgraded.
All right, so with Scrap Heap casting light, you guys can see into this small basement room. And yeah, there's some junk and sort of trash, blown leaves and plants on the floor, but otherwise it appears empty. Is anybody going down?
I'll follow whoever is going down.
Do we want pass without trace here as well?
Probably should. That would be. Can you cast that ritually?
We have a glowing beacon.
Yeah.
Never mind.
But it would cover our tracks.
We have a glowing beacon and we're fighting things that read minds. I don't know that
Yeah.
we can stealth past.
Yeah.
Alright, never mind then.
All right, Montauk, you head downstairs.
I will follow him.
And I'll go after him.
Same.
I'll be behind the scrap heap.
I'll fit in somewhere.
That pretty much fills the space down here.
Oh, snug fit.
So, Pavo, you're still on the ladder, and Ishka, you're at the top of the ladder looking down. And it is dry in here, but the branches and leaves that are in here sort of crunch underfoot.
I'd like to look for an exit.
Give me a perception check.
Can I help?
Help.
Is that 22?
Sure. You notice there is a breeze slowly coming through the wall here, just in front of Montauk, as you squeeze up against this wall and sort of move around in this incredibly full room.
I think there might be a secret door there, but we probably shouldn't all be in the room. It should be
Indeed.
very nice to have a fireball or something go off.
I'll climb back out because I'm already on the ladder.
Okay.
What? Ishka yells down from the top.
Am I muted?
Go up.
Chris.
Yes, you were.
Was I muted this whole time? Okay.
You
Yes.
So for
absolutely.
several minutes, I was trying to talk about the bullseye lantern I have. For fuck's
Oh,
sake.
jeez.
I bet that was really fucking frustrating.
Oh,
too.
Montauk's talking about his bullseye lantern again, guys. Jesus.
Oh, I had to
And
take out my headphones.
while everyone was arguing about what kind of lights we're gonna have down there, so Montauk is gonna grab his anchor. He's going to tappa at the wall to make sure that it is in fact a wall.
It is a wall. It does sound hollow behind it.
Okay. Gonna look for an entrance. Does anybody want to like vacate this place, or are we just gonna go through?
Well, Pavo's already moved off upstairs, and yeah, Silver suggested people move out in case there's an explosion of some sort.
Scrap Heap stay on the
I
bottom.
would. It's just hard to move out, so I'd say I do.
Yeah, I'll just say you guys move. So
Looking
Scrap
for
Heap's
the
the bottom of the ladder, so he's within 10 feet of Montauk.
yeah. So looking for an entrance or looking for a way to open this wall.
yeah, pushing at the stones. Eventually, you hit one at the lower side of the wall, and with a creaking, sort of grinding sound, a door swings open, and you see a staircase covered in filth and dust leading down into the darkness.
Okay. Montauk sort of pokes his head up the ladder, waves everyone down. No obvious fireballs or anything like that have gone off, so Montauk will.
All right, what is your marching order going down the stairs?
Scrap
I
Heap
was
will
I
stay in
was
the
supposed to
middle.
be behind Scrap Heap.
I'm staying in the middle, so I'm hoping everyone is able to be covered.
Yeah.
by my-
I want to be behind Scrap Heap as well, bringing up the rear.
Line ourselves up here, like up here in a line.
Yeah, so Montauk went down first.
Oh, sorry.
Scrap Heap within 10 feet of Montauk.
That would leave Nidoras out unless he walks beside me or someone else.
You have to go single file, so
Single file.
I'll be at the
Okay.
back then.
Ishka, you should be at full health.
Mm-hmm.
Full health, full spells, full whatever else you have.
All right,
And
with that, let's
zero.
take a quick 5-minute bathroom break, and we can come back and continue this.
All right, bear back.
Hey, BRB.
Yo, with my cat, when I said I need to leave, my cat was crying. This thing was going insane.
Why? Why?
Yeah, he just yells sometimes. He was literally yelling.
Looking for his mommy?
Lived here since he was a kitten.
Is it like dogs? Anything outside that
No.
perhaps?
He just started yelling, and then
No, that's
Try
pretty much
walk
just a cry for attention. Just say hi to it or maybe pet it. I don't know.
see, he's very needy, but he's also horrified of being touched.
So it's an
Hmm.
introvert.
Oh, well, then you just got to force cuddle him until he finally
Uh,
accepts you.
That's what you did with Ian, right?
Ian did that with me.
I tried to force it into a carrier one time and ended up with a nasty, nasty cut.
Yeah,
It
Ian's
does not-
harms look like he cuts himself, but it's all just like, come cuddle me, cat. Ow, ow, ow. It's not biting me. There's no blood. It's just holding.
He's went to the vet. We had to cordon it off in one room and slowly block its escape with the weighted blanket. Just me holding a weighted blanket out with both arms so it couldn't run past me. And it caught it. It cornered itself in an aquarium.
Aw, poor baby.
So if we start hearing some chants that sounds something like, I don't know, Relaya Fadahum, I'm running the fuck out of there.
I want to be where Old Silver is. I just kind of got in line behind Montauk. But everybody else is kind of more ranged than me.
I mean, Rubel. I'm checking her. The spell description that she just put up. The fog cloud is pretty much similar to what I have, so we can both throw up our fog clouds and get the fuck out if anything does come up.
I assume that anything we're fighting down here that's Illithid related is going to be able to detect our thoughts and know where we are regardless.
Yep.
Okay, I'm having a little bit difficulty trying to imagine this particular spell. It's my third level one. How does this work? I mean, like, how does that work?
It's literally just like this massive line of water that comes up and smacks into people.
You summon a 30-foot long, 10-foot high wave of water that just crashes against everything in its path.
What's cool about it in this, like, it doesn't really work in this campaign because nothing we're fighting is flying, but it doesn't have to be on the ground and it knocks things prone. So if you're fighting something that's flying, you can hit it with that and it will knock it prone and knock it out of the air. If it's flying with wings and not like magic.
Now I don't know that flying with magic necessarily prevents you from being knocked out of the
If
air.
you hover speed, it does.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Even like a hover speed. So the flying spells and stuff like that are all hover. You're fine. You don't plummet when you fall prone.
Oh, so you just like fall prone in the air.
In the air, yes.
All right, is everybody back?
Is
Scrappy was here.
I am. Staff.
Kobold's roll call, Nethoris.
I said I was back.
Yep.
Bravo.
Ishka?
Tara.
Nope,
Ta-da.
not yet.
It's like a no.
Mute
Ta-da-da.
buttons.
Not all. Also, nobody commented on the thing I posted in the Discord.
Totally awesome.
Oh, the what is it?
Oh wow, that's actually pretty cheap to bring out.
It's a real card. It's actually a really broken card.
Totally awesome.
Totally awesome.
It's totally radical.
Wait, what?
And everything
Wow,
is down.
yeah, no, that is a completely broken card. One, it's powerful. Two, it's incredibly easy to get out. And three, it has a kick-ass effect that is multi-stage.
Everything you.
Back. Steph will be back in a second. She's just grabbing water, so
All right.
if we're waiting on her, we can start.
Also-
She said.
All right. Yeah. So you find yourselves coming down these natural stone stairs that have been carved into the curved end of this long shadowed cavern. And everything down here just reeks of sulfur. And the walls seem to be covered with this green, viscous ooze. The atmosphere here seems charged with a malignant force
Smells
beyond
like the
sort of
day-
the edge of mortal perception. And from this end of the cave, you can see that there is, a 20-foot tall ledge. So down here, just by where Scrap Heap is, it's a 20-foot tall wall, and then there is a ledge that continues onwards, but the majority of the cavern heads around this way.
Here's a question: how many bolts does Silver have?
30.
30. So that's a minute of combat. And then Silver's completely out of ammo.
Well, every time we fight, I can recover half the bolts.
Yeah, but eventually that's like...
One.
Yeah. All right. as we're coming down here, and Montauk's gonna sort of attempt to look and realize he can't because it's really dark past this point for him.
Yep, it is only Scrapheap that is really giving off light in here.
Yeah.
I'll cast light on a stone and give it to Montauk, so at least. Oh wait, you have your fucking bullseye lantern that you wouldn't shut up about.
Well, no, I could. Well, I had no choice but to shut up about it because my microphone was muted. I was gonna be like, well, everyone was like, well, we've got dark vision. It's like Montauk pulls out a bullseye lantern and a small bottle of oil.
So we put the cast light on a thing, a rock, or just on the inside of his lantern, so he doesn't have to use oil.
Okay, that works.
Not that anything would smell it here anyway.
Yeah. You know what though?
Because it smells like the one time we let Montauk cook.
Yeah. I've been thinking about that. Also, Montauk is an incredible cook. Montauk is going to step over to Old Silver. He's going to unshoulder the laser rifle and hand it to him.
Old Silver's gonna look at it. He's gonna look at Montauk. He's gonna nod.
And he's going
Are you going to light your lantern?
Yes, or allow Pavo to light the lantern with light.
Okay,
Yeah,
that changes the distance of light. So which is it?
You know what?
I would suggest that I handle it so that you have both your hands free, because
okay.
I can manipulate things without having to worry about it.
Montauk will light the bullseye lantern and hand it to Nithoris
All right.
Hang on, was somebody something?
because it's longer light. There you go.
Because we can see the back end of this thing, and that looks like a sacrificial knife on the table.
You can now see at the end of the cave this raised plinth surmounted with an altar of green stone and, a large statue standing behind it, and what appears to be a lightly glowing knife on top of this altar as well. And you can see there is a passage leading off this way, another one here, and then what appear to be just smaller alcoves along the main stretch of this open cavernway as well.
I will tell Montauk that he should hold for a moment. I want to cast Detect Magic, ritually, of course, so that any sort of hidden glyphs or anything would become visible.
And to confirm, this drop off here is 20 feet down?
20 feet up, yes.
Up. Okay. Well, I guess fly up and take a look before we... while he's doing his ritual, just to make sure. Can I hold the bullseye lantern for a moment?
You have light.
Yes, but the bullseye lantern goes further, doesn't it?
It does.
Exactly, so I'll fly up with the lantern and just point it down. Exactly, just like Montauk, just flash it down there.
Yep, and so you see there is a passageway that continues and curves around a corner. It looks like it runs for about 60 to 70 feet before then turning off to the left.
Alright, no, we're not telepathic anymore, so I will whisper that.
I would have been willing to up the rarity spawn because, I didn't tell anyone about my nightly visitor.
Okay, well then everybody knows that there's also this option.
Nithoris, when a Githyanki gets old enough, they get the nightly visitor every once. It happens to every young man.
Just keep an extra pair of sheets and you'll be
Come
fine.
from an egg. So does my mage vision see anything?
Nothing immediately within range jumps out as being, magical from where you are right now.
Okay.
All right, so
Even the glowing dagger doesn't
It's too far out of your range right now for detect magic.
Okay, I will step next to Montauk and I will, sort of give him a nod and say we proceed slowly so that as we move forward, we see everything more clearly.
Yes. Scrap heap. Follow close.
We're up here, Scrappy.
Oh,
Yeah, we'll get that later.
Is that
And-
brown gold?
Looking down the hallway, you do see what appears to be a brown fungus sheet covering, what appears to be wooden crates. And you do notice halfway down there is in fact a door tucked into the wall here as well.
Okay.
And as you get closer, you can see these statues are covered, much like the walls here, in this green mold.
Interesting. Green mold.
Sorry, green like ooze or slime.
Green slime.
Yeah.
I am going to take an unlit torch. I assume they're somewhat wooden. Actually, no, I probably have something that's a bit more organic. Let's see here. Oh, geez. What do I have? What do I have? What do I have? You know what? I have a quarterstaff that I never use. I'm going to stick it in the green slime. Does it do anything to it?
On the slime or on one of the statues?
Uh,
Because like the walls are sort of covered in it as well, so you've got your choice.
I will go to the nearest source, which would be the wall at this point. And if that doesn't do anything, I might do it to the statue just in case. I'm not sure if I want to do that yet.
Yeah, there's it just comes off easily enough. It doesn't move or have any sort of physical reaction.
Okay.
But it does smell putrid.
I suggest we avoid touching the walls just in case.
Yes.
Ick.
Let us move forward.
Don't have to tell me twice.
All right. So
I step forward. Do I see anything new?
move forward, and I side-eye the statue.
The statue is mostly covered, in this sort of ooze, but you can tell that they're vaguely humanoid in form, but you would have to scrape off sort of more of this green muck on them to see anything. But you can tell that they do have bases as well, and it looks like there might be inscriptions on the bottom.
Montauk is not interested in understanding anything about this place. He just wants to kill Slarkathel. Or
Given
rescue
what we've
him.
done in the past, I'm hesitant to do it as well.
Yeah.
And you can see now, around the altar at the back are what appear to be some old mold-covered tapestries, sort of lining the walls on either side. Back up here.
Do I see the dagger in any clearer context?
It's raised, so you can just sort of pick it up at this point. What is your exact range for detect magic?
It doesn't actually have a range. It's just within vision, I believe. Where is it here? Boom. 30 feet. Oh, no, it is 30 feet. Cool. I'm not in range yet.
Nope.
I will move, I guess. Yeah. I will move up to here, because that will put me within range.
As you do so...
Oh, no, 5 feet short.
Blasting out of the two alcoves on either side are what appear to be back up there, Scrap Heap.
Ooh,
I thought Scrap Heap was moving with us.
I was.
Oh,
Yeah, so sort of flooding off the ceiling and walls and seeping up through sort of holes in the floor are what appear to be just this mass of golden oozes. I need everyone to roll initiative, please.
What's good at
Oh.
fighting oozes?
I don't think you cleared it from the last time, did you?
Yeah, I did.
Oh,
Remember,
sweet.
remember, everyone, you're not rolling initiative at disadvantage anymore.
Yeah, no, I literally just rolled a 2.
Well, it doesn't matter for me. I still rolled a frickin' 5. Meh.
You rolled a 5. I rolled a 1. I rolled a nat 1.
But you still came out higher than Ishka.
Starting us off, it is Pavo, as you see your ally step forward and, bubbling up out of the ground are these oozes.
I let out a curse and get Yankee.
And we haven't seen, or Pavo hasn't seen this type of ooze before, right? So I have no
Correct.
idea. Okay, man, just checking something. They're large size, right?
Yes, they are.
And if I was to say cast something with a 30-foot cube, I could have half of it in the ceiling above their heads and hit these two oozes.
No, because the oozes are spreading across the floor now, so you would
Oh, okay.
you could
they're
presumably
not
hit
on
them, but it's not like they're massive creatures off the ground right now.
I'm more just trying not to hit. I was gonna do hypnotic pattern and didn't want to hit these two.
It would take a very, very lucky placement not to hit a lot of your party with that right now.
Yeah, I was hoping for like up here, but so only 10 feet of it comes down from the ceiling, catching their heads. But that's fine.
Yeah, no, the ceiling in here is, as you move in through this area, is only about 30 feet tall, so that would catch floor to ceiling anyway.
Oh, okay.
And technically, it's centered on a point you can see.
Oh, okay. Well, then let's try this. So first thing,
You can certainly
bonus.
try it if you want.
No, I got a work around here. Bonus action, telekinetic shove on that guy, which I believe was a strength save. I had it up one sec. Where is it? Here we go. 8 plus proficiency plus ability, and ability is charisma. What's our proficiency right now?
4.
So 15. Charisma
Yep.
save.
All right.
I think. A bonus action, shove one creature. Target. Oh, sorry, strength save. Sorry, strength. My bad.
Strength. That is a 16. So you telekinetically try and shove it, and just being an ooze, it just sort of separates and then joins back together.
I wish that slow motion wizard was here to slow that down so we could see it.
Any movement, any bonus action?
That was my bonus action, and it didn't work. So let's do the good old fashioned. On the lower one, so I don't hit Montauk.
Where are you placing it?
Let's see, but I will. Oh, I can move up here, and because it's a 5-foot cube, or is it a 10-foot? I always forget. 10-foot cube.
10-foot radius sphere. So
Yeah, it's 20 feet across.
Yeah,
Oh, shoot, yeah.
you would be catching quite a few
Everybody.
people.
Oh, fuck it, then we're just doing the normal vicious mockery.
You have more spells than this. I know you do.
I do, but not really ooze control spells.
Yeah.
Unless you want me to use my only 5th level slot.
Don't you have like magic missile or something like that?
Bard.
Bards get very few attacking
Vicious mockery. I get that.
I know you get that. I've played a bard before.
Oh wait.
All right.
I'm gonna go with that. I could have used Dissonant Whispers as well.
All right. Yeah, you mock the ooze, and you can see it flinches a little bit. Any movement?
I moved up there so I could get a better aim on it. So done.
What the hell are you doing, Scrap Heap? Please don't do that.
What
I
happened?
need the map.
Oh, I was hiding.
He was using his measuring tool and covering most of the map.
Ah.
That takes us to Rubel.
I'm going to Sacred Flame, whichever one's the weakest.
All right. That is the one that was just hit by Pavo.
Yep.
With a natural 20, it rolls an 18 and succeeds.
Yeah, it's disadvantage. Oh, no, that's only on attacks.
God damn it. All right, that is the end of my turn. Everyone else's health is stable.
All right, that takes us to Montauk.
Okay, time for some science. Montauk hauls out his anchor, smashes the blunt end into this slime for 11. That's the pointy end.
As you
That's fine.
Yeah, as you hit it with
It's all about science.
Actually, I've got to back up a bit. Pavo, as your spell goes off, the 3 statues shriek. And you can see some of the green sort of ooze as they vibrate. It sort of starts to slither off. And again, when you strike this ooze, Montauk, the statues shriek, piercing, loud sound. They cry almost like a stuck animal.
Okay. So I hit the ooze.
You hit the ooze, and the statues screamed.
Montauk is going to step over to here, and he is going to smash the statue.
Okay, hang on one second. You strike the statue next to you with the anchor, and I mean, it is a good crack. It takes the 8 piercing damage. Doesn't shriek.
Okay.
But you can see these fine sort of cracks, and as you hit it, the sort of green ooze falls off it, and you can see that it's a humanoid form, but it's a mutation rendered in this jet black stone. There's dozens of thin drooping tentacles where their faces should be, and fins sprout out from their limbs. And the skin has this sort of distinctive scabrous quality that you can see up close as you strike it.
Okay, so it's nasty. Did that do anything to the oozes?
Didn't seem to.
All right. Montauk is still a little worried about this. He hit the ooze. The statue shrieked.
All 3 of them did.
All 3 of them did.
Are all 3 of them covered in that green ooze as well?
Yes. This one down by Old Silver isn't any longer because Montauk just smashed it with his anchor.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I don't have the solution to this puzzle yet. All right, I'm done.
Takes us to Scrap Heap.
Okay. I will move a little bit closer to make sure Nidorus and Montauk are at least within saving grace.
Thank you.
And you said 3 statues. I only, other than the one that Montauk just destroyed over here, where are the other 2? I see one over here,
Right above you, and then at the back behind the altar.
behind the altar. All right. Yeah, okay, and was I able to tell that when Montauk made contact with the ooze, did the ooze do anything in return to Montauk or the weapon?
Didn't appear to. As soon as he struck the ooze, the statues shrieked out.
Okay, let's try this. Maybe gather a little bit more information. I'm gonna strike the ooze that's right above Nidorus. Oh wait, hold on. I will move a little bit closer over here. I have an idea what's gonna happen next. So I'm gonna attack the ooze right above Nidorus, coming in.
All right.
Coming in hot. Not that hot.
You stab in with your Warforged arm blade. It hits.
It hits. Oh.
And as you slash into it, the statues shriek. Again, all 3 screaming like a stuck animal.
Did that ooze disappear on purpose?
It sure did, because that ooze in front of you, as you slashed it, split into 2 smaller oozes.
Oh, shit!
Yay!
Oh, crap. Okay. Crap.
Second attack.
Sorry. I was just thinking of combining something with something. No, that won't work. Okay, bad idea. Okay, come in for a second attack and let's see how this one goes. Gotta combine it with something. Oh,
That hits.
that hits, but I'm going to combine it with Divine Smite first level.
Okay. First off, you strike the ooze, and the statues shriek.
That's it for me.
That ooze splits again.
Oh shit!
No more slashing.
No more slashing.
Do the split ooze the second time, are they smaller now?
Yes, they are getting smaller every time.
Okay, so it's not just taking a medium-sized ooze and just making infinite medium-sized oozes.
Correct.
Okay, good.
So, oh my god, that's it for me.
All right. And that takes us to the oozes. This first one next to you, Montauk, reaches out this large pseudopod. That is a 22 to hit for, after reduction, 8 bludgeoning damage and 2 acid damage.
Reaction. I stop that. I reduce the damage. Sorry, I'm just bringing up the math.
All right, so you take 2 acid damage only, Montauk.
Okay.
The oozes above Scrapheap and Nithdoris. This first one is going against Nithdoris. That is an 8, which misses against Scrap Heap. That is a 22, which just hits. Wow. 9 bludgeoning and 6 acid damage. And that is an 18, which does not hit. Splattering out down from the ceiling, another one lands here in between Silver and Rubel. Even it goes after Rubel, odds it goes after Silver. Goes after Silver.
Take it.
That is a 17 to hit
Take it.
for 7 bludgeoning and 5 acid damage. And that takes us to Nithdoris.
Okay. I am actually not built to fight these things all that much. Okay. Well, I'm gonna make an intuitive leap and say that if I didn't know the one thing not to do to these things, I do now. Don't slash them in two; they just divide. Shit. I don't want to bust out the big guns, but
The blue ones are size small, so every time they split, they get one size smaller.
yeah, mechanically, I know exactly what happens.
You probably have
Well, their hit points divide. Half goes one way, half goes the other. I will take the one attack of opportunity.
That is an 11, which misses.
And I think this is a safe bet to do. I'm going to lightning bolt along this line of 3 at 3rd level. Holy jeez.
Do lightning
All right.
bolts bounce in 5th edition?
You
They do not.
blast in a line down. They take no damage, as far as you can see, but they do split again.
What?
God!
Plan of running for the dagger.
Yep. Okay. God damn it. So
After that, however,
these guys split again too. So they're now tiny.
yeah, here's a question for you. I still have my detect magic up. The statues are now cleaner, correct?
Yes.
Do they have magic?
They do not.
Okay, cool.
You are now, let's see, 5, 10. On top of this altar, this dagger absolutely pings magical, as does a smaller object beside it that you can't see, but you now see there is a little glow.
All right, I'll pass that information on. I will be kicking myself. Shit. What do I have that can actually damage these things?
What do we need?
Yeah, that's gonna be my turn. Sorry, guys.
All right, that takes us to Old Silver.
I
So the blue ones are now tiny creatures.
I pierced it and it was fine.
Yeah, slashing damage and lightning damage apparently caused them to divide.
And lightning, they took no damage whatsoever.
Did it take damage from my Vicious Mockery?
Oh, hang on. Sorry, they also took no slashing damage when you slashed into them, Scrap Heap.
You're attacking a puddle.
I was about to ask, what about Divine Smite?
The Divine Smite worked, but that is it.
The Vicious Mockery?
The Vicious Mockery, Didn't seem to work.
These things are immune to a lot.
So we want the dagger, right?
I think the dagger might be involved because I don't know that we can like. It's immune to so much of our magic, and so much of our like party is magic.
You want the dagger?
That's
I can
already-
get us the dagger.
2 damage types they're immune to.
Piercing works.
Yeah, piercing works. Speaking of piercing, I guess we need to start getting rid of these little guys. I'm gonna rapier the one here.
All right.
17 hit.
It does hit, and again, as you stab it, the 3 statues each shriek out.
What about the statues?
So you're stabbing one of the statues?
No, I'm stabbing the same.
All right. Again, yeah, you stab into this ooze. The 3 statues each sort of raise their heads and howl like stuck animals again.
They're not magic, but they are moving.
I shouldn't have said moving, but yeah, there's a sound emanates from them.
Okay. That one's still fine.
Yes, the ooze didn't appear to take any damage. But the statue that you're right next to, the one that Montauk hit, you can start to see cracks and chips falling off them as you stab the oozes.
Okay. That feels like we're making progress. Got a second wind.
Would that statue have not taken lightning damage?
Nope.
Not gonna take one. I'm gonna pass.
Okay. I just figured it was in the line, so.
Yep. It just seemed to, the lightning just seemed to be absorbed, and yeah, no effect other than splitting the oozes.
Destroy the statues.
You're in the way.
So you're taking a second wind, Silver?
No, yeah, I said I was gonna wait on that.
Okay. That takes us to Ishka.
So we're going after the statues?
Which are somewhere.
Yep, you can see there's a statue at the far end. That's the only one currently in your line of sight, Ishka.
Lightning doesn't work. Slashing doesn't work. Piercing works. I don't have piercing. What about bludgeoning? Do you know about bludgeoning? Have I seen anyone use a bludgeoning attack yet?
Not yet.
You're kind of the only one who uses bludgeoning weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Montauk has a bludgeoning weapon. He's holding it. It's the other side of his anchor.
I thought it was his face.
Yeah, so I guess I'm gonna come up here and hit this thing with my bonk stick, shillelagh style.
All right. Yeah, you spin your sort of shillelagh around, glowing, bring it down on top.
Really?
11 does hit. It is an ooze.
Sweet.
The 3 statues scream out.
And that's it.
That is it.
Doesn't take any damage from it?
The ooze itself does not appear to take any damage, but you can't see it from where you are, but Silver and Montauk, you see again, this first statue here is starting to look very cracked and battered.
Okay. That's it.
All right. That is going to be where we end it for the night, because we are at the top of the round.
Okay.
So you have come down into this area, sliced, electrified, and just split these massive oozes into tiny, tiny, tiny little creatures. And every time you've tried to actually inflict damage on them, the statues have yelled and screamed and cracked and broken. And off in this dark, burbling wetness, a creature stirs, sensing intelligent life coming near.
Uh-oh.
And that is where we end for the night.
Uh-oh.
I would have thought an intelligent creature like that would more whisk than stir, but that's just me.
Uh-huh. All right, everyone, I'm turning off the stream. Thank you for watching. Have a nice night. Bye-bye.
Where Scrap Heap is. Just look at her Scrap Heap.